So let's quickly learn about what is exactly the CI/CD. Okay. So, but to learn about CI/CD, let's learn how the traditional software development process typically followed. Okay. So initially the planning is done. Okay. That is documentation and structuring of the project. Okay. Means what we will be creating, which project will be creating. Then the analysis is done. Project requirements are gathered. Okay, analyzed and and whatever resources are required, they are gathered. Then what is done is the software is designed, including its architecture and all. Then the actual development process works, that is the implementation of that is done. Okay, that is code is written and all. Then the testing is done, and then the software is after it is tested, it is deployed. Okay, so this is in the traditional software development, that the developers will be writing the code and they will be pushing it to a particular version control system. There will be multiple branches. Okay. So when the development is done, all the branches are combined into a main branch. Okay. Then the integration teams creates its build. Okay. So build means every software, okay, has a build process. Every means Java has a different build process. .NET will have a different build process. Okay, and that that and then it is compiled into a package. A complete package is created along with the dependencies, and that package is handed over to the operations teams. Then the operation teams does the testing of the environment, and if there is any bug, it will be notified to the developers. Okay, and if there is no error, it will be uh, published to the internet. Okay, but in case this process from here to here, if it takes 8 months, okay, after 8 months the developers are coming to know that there was a bug. Okay, so what if at the build stage or the compile stage or the at the package stage itself the developers are notified about the bug, it will reduce the workflow. Okay, it will reduce their efforts, and means very quickly the bug will be identified. Okay, so this is achieved using continuous integration. Okay, this was all done manually and it took almost 8 months, for example. Okay, so using CI/CD, how we can improve and how the efficiency can be improved and how fast we can deliver the project. So using CI/CD, that is, CI stands for continuous integration and CD stands for continuous delivery. So the word continuous is important. It involves developers integrating the code into the repository. Why it is called shared repository? Because it is shared among multiple developers. Okay, and this process is repeated continuously, and continuously the testing is done, and the continuously then developers are notified about the bug, because everything is done continuously, even the testing. So in CI/CD process, developers manage the code with the shared repository. After compilation, automated testing, some testings after testing, the operation teams means automatically deployed it to the test environment. After testing, the software is deployed to the production. So what is continuous deployment? Software is automatically deployed to the production without human intervention. Okay, and after passing various testing processes. So this is how, when we have the CI/CD pipeline. So the CI is continuous integration, the CD is continuous delivery. Integration means whatever code the developer have built, it will be integrated with the other systems. Okay, or we can say it is integrated in the source code. The complete code is packaged, testing is done, and the feedback is given to the developers. So within 1 or 2 months itself, instead of 8 months, the developers are notified about the bugs, or you can say they're continuously, even after every commit, when it is tested, the unit test means the test which is defined only by the developers, and this testing which is given at the CD stage, this is done by the testing team. So this is the CI part where the automatic means the unit test is done and notified to the developers, and when they feel that everything is testing is okay, the package will be deployed by the operations teams. Okay, and that is also automatically, not using any human intervention. Okay, so this is how the CI/CD works. Okay, so the continuous integration, the two important definition. Integration involves developers integrating the code into shared repository, and that is also done automatically. And the deployment is software is automatically deployed, okay, in the production environment, and the testing is also done automatically. So so what we will be achieving in this week is we'll be achieving this app deployment using CI/CD. Okay, and Jenkins will be used as a tool, automation tools for creating the CI/CD pipeline. So we'll create a GitHub repository where we'll have our small application code. Okay, and we'll have a Docker file. Okay, to create the customized image of that application code, and for the deployment we'll have our Kubernetes manifest also in the GitHub. So everything, our code, manifest, Docker file will be in the GitHub along with the Jenkins file. Okay, so all the automation is done by Jenkins. So Jenkins will also have a file. In that file we'll define all the automation. So we will soon see that. So whenever the developer pushes the code, a trigger will be created that build the Docker image. So we have defined all the stages in the Jenkins, that whenever a developer pushes the code in Jenkins file, we have defined first a build stage, then push it to the container registry. Then after that we have defined a deploy stage, okay, wherein the kubectl apply command on the manifest we will run, and that image which we have pushed to the Docker container registry will be pushed to the Kubernetes cluster, and everything will be done automatically. So this is what we are going to achieve in the mm, CI/CD pipeline using Jenkins. So instead of Jenkins, we can use various other tools which are available in the market. Okay, so there are Travis CI, Circle CI, then TeamCity is there, GitHub Actions we can use. So GitHub itself has a CI/CD tool built in inside it. Then we can also use GitLab's CI/CD tool, that is called as GitLab CI. Okay, so various tools are available, but in this course we are learning about Jenkins and a bit about GitHub Actions as well. Okay, so this is what we are going to achieve. So the basics of CI/CD we have covered. So if there is any question, let me know.